Welcome back. A company operating here in Egypt and the British Council in Egypt celebrated the Intalaqa 2011 winning graduates. In collaboration with the British Council, the oil company held a celebration to honor the graduates of the Intalaqa program for 2011 under the auspices of Ambassador James Watt, the British ambassador here to Cairo. And joining us to shed more light on this project and the graduates is Miss Denise Waddingham, head of the Partnerships British Council in Egypt. Thank you so much for being with us this morning.
It's very nice to be here, thank you.
Ms. Waddingham, could you tell us first of all more about this project Intalaqa? What is it about?
Okay, Intalaqa encourages entrepreneurship and creativity with young people aged 18 to 32. It encourages people with a bright idea who are interested in setting up their own businesses and becoming self-employed. It gives them skills, it gives them training and the skills to go ahead and do that. So actually it's encouraging young people in Egypt who are finding it very difficult to find employment and opportunities to become self-employed and giving them the skills to do that.
When did this program or initiative start?
The actual program globally started in 1982, originating from the UK. But in Egypt it started in 2004 and the British Council has been working in partnership on this since 2006, so for quite a number of years.
So how long do you take with these people to teach them to start their own business, and how successful this initiative was?
Okay, well, the initial training is 5 days of intensive training with trainers who, it's delivered in Arabic. Working with the young people, and obviously they become part of a network and they have various opportunities to meet during the course of the year. What we've done in Egypt, in 2011 we managed to train over 700 people in 14 different governorates. So we're trying to get as wide a reach as we can, and since the program started in Egypt, over nearly 500 businesses have been created. So you've got a lot of young people out there who've started their own business and started achieving success. You know, last night there was a lady talking about her business. She now employs over 17 people or 20 people, so it's a fantastic...
What kind of business is she talking about, for example?
I'm not sure what exactly her business was. There were lots and lots of very dynamic young people last night who were there doing a variety of work, but I think it's fantastic that it is creating job opportunities.
So your program is concerned basically with providing training and promoting skills. What about the funding part of applying the projects? Are you concerned with that?
Well, obviously we work in partnership with Shell on this project, who have been very generous and who it's one of their main pillars of what they're doing here in Egypt to support young people. And obviously last night was a celebration of the winners, the real top people who've come through the program in 2011 and have applied for the awards, and the winning people last night were given a prize of 5,000 Egyptian pounds towards their business, which I think is great. But the program Intalaqa itself obviously gives young people the skills to go out and perhaps get funding and how to do that, those kind of things that you need to know if you're setting up your own business.
Well, among the participants, there were about 195 people with special needs. Tell us more about this and how far can you help them to have their own business? Okay,
well, I think it's something that the British Council, we try to encourage in all of our programmes, inclusivity. So equal opportunity and diversity is very important to us. So we don't run special programmes separately for people with special needs, but we like to try and make sure that they're included in our programmes. I think it's very important. Obviously, young people in Egypt are finding it difficult to get work anyway, but if you've also got a disability, it's even more difficult. So this is a way just to encourage them, the same as the other Intalaqa participants, to establish their own businesses and to, you know, okay, they have to overcome even more challenges and difficulties, but it's equipping them with the skills to go ahead. And last night again there was a young artist who is hearing impaired, he's deaf. He's very talented, and through the Intalaqa program he has opportunities to exhibit his work and to sell some of his paintings and, you know, make a living for himself. So they're just part of the program along with everyone else.
Okay. So apart from providing the training, promoting skills, and now the oil company that is providing or helping in the funding, are you also concerned with helping the participants in facing the challenges that they might encounter while or in the process of implementing their projects?
Yes, absolutely. They have support on that, and that's what they get from the initial 5 days training and from the network that they then belong to. And also through the British Council for Employability program, we have a very large program running in Egypt and across the Middle East, which really is addressing the needs for skills in a global economy. And we have an enterprise part of that where Interlaken fits into, which is encouraging entrepreneurship, business development, enterprise skills. We're hoping this year to introduce some online training materials to assist people. We also have a social network that's set up. We have a Facebook page that we recently launched here in Egypt, Skills for Employability Egypt. So I would encourage young people to join the Facebook page. They can keep in touch with each other, they can get tips and points, and they can know what's happening. We have Twitter. So we're really developing more and more through our Skillability program. So this year we also hope to introduce our own television program. So it's all about helping young people.
Let me ask you about the future. What are the upcoming projects or initiatives?
Within Skills for Employability or within the British Council in general?
No, within the British
Yes.
Council in general.
Okay, well, the British Council, we work in 3 main areas. I think you're familiar. We work with arts, we work in English, and we work in education and society. So these are broadly the areas that we work in. What does it mean in Egypt? In Egypt, we're training about 17,000 young people every year in our teaching centres to have better English, or we're training teachers to equip them with better skills. We're delivering UK qualifications. Last year, about 41,000 people in Egypt took a UK qualification. And that's important because these are internationally recognised. It's a passport to further or higher education or better jobs. So this is something that we do all the time. It's ongoing. We'll be doing summer school with young learners here in the summer in our teaching centres. We're very much looking forward, obviously, to London 2012, the Olympics coming up. We've just recently a programme in sport and education called International Inspiration that is helping young people again and communities across Egypt. It's going to run for 2 years here. We're actually the 20th country to join that programme. So, so we're looking forward to the lead up to an exciting summer in the UK. And every year we have about 35,000 people taking part in the British Council's wider programmes. So within these areas that I've talked about. So there's always a lot of things going on.
Okay. Ms. Waddingham, apart from the funding or support that you're getting from the oil company that you just mentioned, is the British Council interested in making or in seeking the support of private sector in such programs and initiatives?
Absolutely, and as you said, I'm head of partnerships for the British Council, and we're very keen on sustainable partnerships. We don't work in isolation, we don't work on our own, and in a country the size of Egypt, it's absolutely essential to partner with other organisations, private sector or other institutions, organisations to have better impact. So we need to, you know, there's over 80 million people here, and unfortunately the British Council, we can't reach all 80 million, so we need to partner with other people so that we can do that. And of course we would encourage interested, especially the private sector, to come in and support some of the wonderful work that we are doing here.
Well, talking about the sessions, the 5-day meetings or sessions you're talking about teaching these young people, what are the most important things that you would like to tell young people who are watching us right now if they want to have their own business?
Well, I think that I'd encourage them to find out more about Interlaken. I'd encourage them to go on to to our Skills for Employability website or get in touch with my colleagues at the British Council and talk about it. It's open to everyone.
Okay, Ms. Denise Waddingham, the head of the Partnerships British Council in Egypt, thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck in your initiatives and in your programs, and any ceremony soon for any events that are coming to a closure at the British Council?
Off the top of my head, I'm not sure. So, as I say, lots of things going on every week. But thank you very much for having me this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I think with this, it's the end of the program, right?
Yes.
With this, we come to the end of our breakfast show for today. Thank you all for joining us. Join us again tomorrow for more on the breakfast show.